Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Vanquest Addax 18 backpack, which is a really interesting, kind of minimal everyday carry bag. And this is the first bag that I featured on the channel from Vanquest. I've heard a ton of great things about the company and the durability of the gear that they make. And this one in particular caught my eye just because it has a little bit more of a minimal and kind of gray man vibe, while still maintaining a ton of versatility. So I've been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a really good experience. The bag has a really solid build quality. It's been very comfortable to wear. I really like the simple aesthetic that it has, and it also comes with a ton of awesome organizational options. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This is a really minimal and modern style that feels like it's going to blend in very well into a ton of different environments, whether you're taking this into the office or for walking around campus or a city. And this sleeker and more modern aesthetic definitely feels like something new from Vanquest. Most of the bags that I've seen on their site in the past have kind of a tactical look with a lot of MOLLE webbing and straps and attachment points. So it's nice that they have this more streamlined look for somebody who wants more of a gray man vibe that's not going to scream, hey, I have a lot of concealed carry gear. And so it's just going to blend in a little bit better while still offering a lot of the functionality that Vanquest is known for. And then as far as the durability and materials, the bag feels very sturdy. It's made out of a 400D Urban Blend nylon polyester material. The Urban Blend is kind of a trademarked fabric that Vanquest has, and so far it's felt really durable and like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage. On top of that, the material is coated with a polyurethane that provides a lot of weather resistance, so if you happen to get caught in some rain, it feels like water is going to kind of wipe right off of this and all your stuff is going to be very well protected. And then as far as the zippers, the bag also has some really well protected zippers all throughout, some YKK aqua guarded zippers, particularly in the laptop area that we'll take a look at in a little bit. So just a solid build quality, definitely a bag that feels like it's going to be with you for a while to come. And then moving into the colors, the one that I have here is kind of a gray, heather gray color, but it also comes in a blue and in a multicam fabric. So I really like the sleeker aesthetic of the gray look, but it's nice that you have a few different options. And then the one thing that I'll call out on the front is you do have the Vanquest logo, which looks okay. In my opinion, it's a little bit kind of big and in your face compared to the rest of the minimal aesthetic of the bag. So I wish that this had been either moved or maybe just had a different color that didn't stand out quite as much, but not a huge deal. And I still just really like the minimal aesthetic overall. And then continuing along the outside, I was a little bit sad to see that there's no external water bottle pockets. They really just keep a very clean exterior, but you do have a few handles. So you have this side handle here that's going to allow you to carry the bag like a briefcase when you don't want to wear it on your back. And I really like that you have a handle on each side of the bag, so it doesn't matter if you're a righty or a lefty, you can pick it up however makes the most sense to you. And then you also have a handle at the top. And these handles feel pretty durable and like they're not going to tear even when the bag is a little bit more packed out, but they are kind of thin and I can see them getting uncomfortable to use over a longer period of time if the bag was a little bit heavier. One last note on the bottom of the bag is you do have a little bit of webbing here that might be good for pairing with some of the accessories that Vanquest sells, or even for hanging things on with something like a carabiner. So it's nice that you have some attachment points, but they're a little bit more hidden on the bottom of the bag so that it doesn't affect the overall aesthetic. And then jumping into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 18 liters, which is a really great kind of minimal everyday carry size. I was able to fit most of the items that I normally like to carry with me, and I really like how slim the bag looks, even when it's a little bit more packed out, making it great for just keeping you agile and being able to navigate crowded areas or jumping onto public transit. Now, this 18-liter bag is a little bit smaller than I was expecting. When I packed it out, it really started to feel a little bit fuller, and it also felt slightly small for my size. So I'm 5'11", and it felt like the bag was just a little bit shorter than I would normally like. But it's nice to see that Vanquest actually sells this in a 25-liter version if you prefer to have some extra space or you have a little bit of a bigger frame. And then continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I love how the straps have been implemented here. They have a really nice amount of padding. It's thick but really soft right out of the box, and then it has this meshy material on the inside to help prevent moisture from building up. And then I really like that the straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. And then on the straps, you also have a really nice adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. and it also has this little safety whistle. And then you also have these little kind of Hypalon loops on the strap that are going to work well for hanging something like your sunglasses when you're not wearing them, or maybe even for attaching something like a flashlight or even additional accessories with a carabiner. And then I really like that the bag includes these Velcro strap keepers to help maintain a cleaner look. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. It also has a nice amount of padding and the same meshy material that we saw on the straps to provide some breathability. One thing that I will note here is that even though it has these sort of gaps to provide some elevation and air channels, there's really not a whole lot of airflow here. So I did notice that my back would tend to get a little bit sweatier after walking around for a longer period of time. And then the last thing that I'll mention while we're on the back paneling is that these handles that I mentioned earlier in the video that you can use to kind of pick up and carry the bag also work well as a luggage pass-through, so that you can rest this on a suitcase while you're traveling to save some weight on your back. And then jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a ton of great pocketing all throughout. So starting off on the front, you have a quick access pocket. And the first thing I'll call out about all the zippered compartments is I really love these zipper pulls. You can really just get a great grip and pull them open very easily. And for this zipper here, I like how this is a little bit more hidden, so it can offer just some extra protection against the elements and also just make it just seem a little bit more discreet. So opening this pocket up, you have a nice amount of space. It goes down to the bottom of the bag, so it's a little bit taller. And currently what I have in here is a full-size moleskin notebook. And then on the inside of this bag, you can see if we can get a better view in there, you have a few slip pockets that have a decent amount of volume. And so because this is an everyday carry bag, these slip pockets here may work particularly well if you carry some additional magazines for your gun. But if not, they just have a nice amount of space for any other accessories that you might want to carry with you. So in my case, I just tossed in my BluePop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then next to that, I also tossed in a simple lightning cable and charger for my iPad and my phone. So you have 3 of those slip pockets on the inside. Again, they have a nice amount of elasticity and volume, and I really like just the versatility that it adds to this taller compartment to kind of keep things organized and easy to grab. And then next up at the top of the bag, you have another great quick access pocket. And for these next few pockets, one thing that I wanted to call out is that these zippers are actually lockable, which is a really nice addition. It's something that you see on a lot of travel focused bags, but I haven't seen it on as many everyday carry bags. So it's nice that Vanquest has kind of taken security into account here for anything sensitive that you have in these following compartments. So pulling my lock out, you can open this up. It has a pretty nice wide opening. I like that this comes up a decent amount so you can see everything that's on the inside. And so some really nice internal organization here. On the back of the compartment, you have some nice webbing that's going to be great for attaching various accessories that you might want to carry with you. So in my case, I kept it pretty simple. I just have a flashlight here, and then all the way on the right, I also have one of my favorite knives. This is the Bug Out from Benchmade. If you want to see some of my other favorites, you can definitely check out the video that I did for my favorite EDC pocket knives. And then, there's some extra webbing here, but I chose not to use it just to not kind of cramp this compartment up too much. And then behind that panel, you have this Velcro slit pocket that kind of adds some separation for this compartment. So what I threw in here was just a deck of cards, but this might be a great spot for some documents or maybe a small notebook. And then at the top, you also have these nice kind of elastic loops that you can use to clip on additional accessories. And I like that Vanquest has actually included a nice lanyard here with a plastic clip that's going to be a great spot for attaching something like your keys, or in my case, a multi-tool, which is what I have here. And I like that you can actually remove this lanyard to make it easy to use the keys when you have them attached, or so that you can change which side you want to keep it on depending on how you like to organize your bag. And then the last pocket in this top area is this mesh kind of zippered compartment, and Vanquest has a few of these throughout the bag. I really love this meshy material that's used here. You can see that it's sort of see-through, so you can get a feel for what's inside of the compartment, and it just has a good amount of volume. So if you want to put something a little bit larger in here, it's going to provide that flexibility. So what I currently have is my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case, and then I also just threw in a bunch of kind of smaller accessories such as a stylus, a nail clipper, and an extra cable that I didn't want kind of floating around in this area here. The next area that we're going to take a look at is the laptop compartment. And so again, this has a very well protected and aqua guarded YKK zipper. You can also lock this one. And I really love the implementation of the laptop compartment here. This feels like kind of a new feature for Vanquest, and they've done a great job with this system. It has plenty of space, and I really like this sort of kind of elastic opening that it has here. So it's not a full kind of TSA style opening zipper, but it gives you plenty of just ease of visibility so that you can grab your device and it doesn't feel like everything is super cramped. And so here you have some space where you could toss in something maybe like a document if you wanted to throw that in there. And then you also have this Velcro strap here to kind of help keep everything in place. And then on the front of the laptop sleeve, you have a very simple sleeve that's going to be great for holding maybe your tablet. So currently what I have here is my iPad mini, and that fit in there really comfortably. I would definitely say you could fit a full-size 10-inch tablet in here. And I like that this sleeve is suspended off the bottom of the ground, but it is pretty thin, so I do wish that it had just a little bit more padding. And then moving into the laptop sleeve, I really like how this has been implemented here. The laptop compartment has plenty of padding on the sleeve. It's a little bit thicker, and then on the back, it's well padded, and it also has this soft kind of fleece lining here to help prevent against scratching. And I really like that the compartment is suspended off the bottom of the ground, so you're gonna have that extra peace of mind if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. And this is meant to hold up to a 15-inch laptop. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see there's some leftover space here. And so pulling my device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and I really like that this comes up a decent amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, you should be able to fit in there okay. And I really wish that this fleece lining from the back had maybe been included on the front as well to help add some extra protection against scratching. But overall, a really nice job here, and it definitely makes me feel like my device is going to be well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And so this is a top loading bag, so the zipper doesn't go all the way down, but it goes down enough that you can kind of pull this up and easily see everything that's on the inside. And so at 18 liters, this offers a nice kind of slim, minimal everyday carry capacity. I was able to fit the items that I normally like to carry with me, but it doesn't give a whole lot of extra space for bulkier items. So you'll notice that I don't have my Beats Studio headphones, as that's just a really big item that can kind of just eat up a lot of space. So I chose to leave those out for this case, but I do have some of the other items. So jumping in, I currently have my Bellroy classic pouch that has some of my dongles and smaller tech accessories. And then at the bottom, I also have a Maxpedition pouch that has some of my smaller EDC items. And then I also have my Levitate portable standing desk, which is the tallest accessory that I think I could possibly fit in here. It was really kind of butting up there against the top, but I managed to squeeze it in. And so now with the compartment a little bit emptier, you can get a feel for the inside. You can see it's a pretty slim compartment. Down at the bottom, you have some additional pockets that are meant to hold something like a water bottle or an umbrella. So here I have one of the water bottles that I've used a lot in the past, my Camelback, and that fit in there really easily. And I like the use of these pockets here to help at least kind of keep the water bottle in place. I do wish that these were outside of the main area to prevent any sort of spilling, but I like that you can actually snap these away when you don't want to use them to keep them out of the way. And it's nice that you have two of them, and that you also have these elastic bands to kind of loop over the top of your water bottle to prevent it from spilling over. And then besides that, really simple layout here. One thing that you'll notice is that on the back you have this kind of bright orange interior, which is nice so that you can easily see anything that you need to get to. And it's also nice that this is compatible with a lot of the accessories that Vanquest sells for concealed carry gear. So if you want to just attach something here to the top so you can reach in and grab it quickly, there's a bunch of different ways that you can kind of customize it. And if you don't want to use it, it's nice that it kind of just stays out of the way and I'm able to just toss in the items that I normally like to carry with me. So a really nice, simple layout here. And I'm definitely excited to try out the 25-liter version in the future, as this one was a little bit small for minimal travel, but I feel like that size would be spot on. And then the last thing that I wanted to call out in this main area is that you do have one mesh zippered compartment at the top, and I really love the implementation here. It has the same kind of white see-through mesh that we saw in the front quick access pocket, and I love how much space this compartment offers. You can take a look at that, how much volume this has. It's going to be great for any larger accessories that you want to store that you don't want kind of floating down to the bottom of the bag, that you want to reach easily. And so opening this up just feels really sturdy. And currently what I have in here is just some of my kind of tech accessories that I didn't want to float around the bottom of the bag. I have my GoPro here, and then I also have my Apple Magic Mouse, and in this case I also threw in my AirPods. So just a really nice compartment to give you plenty of flexibility with what you can store in here. And in general, I just really love the simple layout of this main area. and throughout the rest of the bag. Everything is very well thought out. You have plenty of ways to organize all of your stuff, and if you're looking for a durable and comfortable everyday carry bag that's going to offer a really sleek look, then it's going to be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the Addax 18 backpack over the past couple of weeks. It's been very comfortable to wear. It has a solid build quality. I really love all the organizational options that it has, and it also has a really slick look. And so you can currently purchase this on Vanquest site starting at about $140. I was also able to find this on Amazon, and it seemed to be a little bit more expensive. And at that price point, I think it's a pretty reasonable price considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag that this made me think of was the Shield Anti-Theft Laptop Backpack from 3V Gear. That's one that we looked at recently that is another company that has a lot of tactical bags, but that has been trying to put out bags that have more of a modern and kind of gray man vibe. And so, I had a really great experience testing that one out. It was very comfortable. It had a lot of great organizational options. And the build quality on that is not going to be quite as sturdy as this one here, but it does come in at a lower price point. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money and you want that sort of a bag, then this is going to be a great option to check out. The next bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Prizefighter Pack, which is one of my favorite minimal EDC bags. It's very comfortable to wear. It has an awesome build quality. And that one has a little bit of a simpler organizational layout. It doesn't have quite as many pockets, but it can hold a ton of stuff. I really like the minimal aesthetic on that bag. And again, it's just gonna be one of the most comfortable bags that you can get. It also comes in at a really great price point. It's a little bit cheaper than this one. So if you're looking for a reliable bag that's very simple and that's just gonna blend in well into a ton of different environments, and that's gonna be one of the best options to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the Recycled Firefighter 24-Hour Backpack, which is a really great everyday carry bag. I've used that one for a while and it has a fantastic build quality. It comes in at a similar price point to this, and it's going to have a little bit of a simpler layout. It doesn't have quite as many pockets, and I really like that that one has a clamshell style opening and it can hold a ton of stuff. I also don't think it's going to be quite as comfortable as this bag, but it really feels like it's going to hold up well to very rough usage. And they also sell a lot of different accessories to kind of pair with the bag to add some extra organization if that's something you're looking for. So if you want a bag that's made in the US and that's going to hold up for many years, then that's going to be a great option to take a look at as well. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Rainmaker from Green Room 136, which has been one of the bags that has surprised me the most with how much I've enjoyed using it. It's just a really solidly built bag. It can hold a ton of stuff. It has some great organizational options, very similar to this one here. And an extra cool thing about the Rainmaker is how much customization you can do to the bag. So you can buy it without any mollywebbing on the outside to keep more of a gray man look. But if not, if you prefer to have that extra bit of versatility, you can actually add that to the front and sides of the bag. And you can also customize a bunch of other stuff on the bag. And it's just made out of some really solid materials, YKK zippers, Cordura fabric. And so if you're looking for a bag that's going to give you the most control over what features you can include and that's going to hold up very well over the longer term and come in at a really reasonable price, and that's going to be a fantastic option to keep in mind. With that being said, the Addax 18 holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a comfortable and durable everyday carry bag that's going to offer a ton of organization and blend into a ton of different environments, then this is going to be a great option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Addax 18, and if there are any similar options that you think I should feature on the channel. As always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you again for watching and supporting the channel. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.